MLS desk.
Thank you, gentlemen. And that was the fastest win of the split right there for Gravity against a slipping CLG, to say the least. 0-3 now if we take last week into consideration. What's going on?
The cinder block was not a good idea. But aside from that, this game was a bit of a comedy of errors in the mid game that really just snowballed out of control. And there were some uncharacteristic plays down the stretch that I wouldn't expect CLG to make under normal circumstances. Like, for instance, when you have a Lulu ult up and a Jinx who is relatively farmed, and a little baby support Shen walking towards you who goes for a taunt, you either flash the taunt or you Lulu ult the dude that got taunted. They did neither of those things, and that's really what broke the game completely wide open, because it was already a lead for Gravity, but after Doublelift let Bunny walk up to him and taunt him as support Shen without putting a single hit down and having no one else on his team disrupt it, the game was over.
Yeah, he has no armor on the Shen. You can hit him. You have flash.
Yeah.
Flash away? I mean,
that was a huge misplay, but maybe that was just because they gave up so many kills in the mid game, and CLG is known to tilt.
Yeah, and so as you mentioned, there was this kind of comedy of errors. There was a lack of structure to this game very early on, and it seemed to plague CLG, who came into the game with what seemed like a very clear objective here in getting the Jinx ahead, getting the Jinx farmed, and supporting it with Afromu on Alistar and Pobelter on the Lulu mid, and it all just broke apart as chaotic fight after chaotic fight happened.
And it was so close to working, which is the strange thing. Doublelift won the lane by a significant number of CS along with Afromu, and that mid-game Dragon fight, they were incredibly close. Like Freak said during the cast, one more crit from Doublelift, and he would have killed 4 people.
He had his flash there as well.
That's another thing.
Yeah, he had his flash there, didn't use it aggressively. He had Infinity Edge and Zeal, so he was in a position where if he could have flashed forward, he may have gotten another crit and a reset there, but not going for that aggressive play. So there's an example of not using it for an aggressive play, not using it for a defensive play there. And I feel like CLG, man, I think Loco said in TSM Legends, they might be tilting off the face of the earth right now.
This is the thing. We're talking so much about CLG's failures, but like that's only because it was a 27-minute game.
Yes,
right. There are other reasons that Gravity should have won and ended up winning this game.
Well, Gravity had an amazing shot call all across, where it's where they picked Pobelter in the mid lane before a Dragon, where they recognize that opportunity. Haunter's going for these plays with hooks that are working out. Bunny Fufu is stepping up and getting to the back line. As outrageous as it is, he's going for those plays and it's working out. And the fact they go immediately for a Baron as soon as they recognize the opportunity to do so. Yeah. And I got a shout out move here too. Nidalee does not stop him from doing his thing. He buys a damn Sightstone on this champion that you want damage on to be relevant, and he's still just being a facilitator of his team. I am absolutely in love with this guy's style because he's showing people you don't have to carry from the jungle. If you give your laners wards, they can help you carry because you set them up for these types of plays. I think Move is doing a great job with his style. And
I loved Kobe's point about playing to the expectation of your enemy's movement, which is what they did when you mentioned they had that pick in the mid lane after getting a bunch of damage down on to Zion Spartan during his rotation. They really do seem to have a solid understanding of macro play, right? Which is something that we used to or normally would attribute to CLG. And Gravity's taking advantage of those rotations as they make them. Lastly, I do want to touch on the effectiveness of the Nautilus in the top lane that we're seeing today.
4-0 today. He's been picked pretty early in every single draft as well. And there's always a lot of factors that go into victory, and it's a very small sample size. But one thing that has kind of plagued North America so far, the split, is their inability or unwillingness to take team fights. Nothing starts a team fight better than a Righteous Glory Nautilus who is really, really tanky. And in most of these games, down the stretch, it is the Nautilus locking down priority targets. We're seeing more and more squishy things. Nautilus gets to them, and he allows the damage dealers to get their damage out, and it's been super effective in all 4 games.
All right, well, I wouldn't be surprised if we see our 5th top lane Nautilus in our next game, but we are going to step away while Team Dignitas and Team 8 load onto the stage for our final game of the day. Meet us back here in 3.5 for more NALCS action.
Who's that guy supposed to be?
That's Pantheon. Wait,
what?
What are you looking at?
It has like a teeth. Like, I don't know what that is.
Isn't that Urgot?
It doesn't look like Urgot at all.
Are those green light bulbs?
Giant front line gets knocked out, takes a lot of damage. Shotgun catches the front line, Smithy's down, Altic on the run.
Slowly.
Slowly.
Front. Ori.
Go.
Alistar. I want Alistar.
Nice, nice.
Still a really good equalizer. A shock from the backside, and Pobelter goes down. Smithy's still barely alive. Alltech dives for it. Gravity crushing Counter Logic Gaming, taking the win in week 6.